Hello, everybody. Welcome to In the Neighborhood. How good is it to have all of you joining us today? We got Broom, Jim Butt, Mandy Stobo, and Jim, I'm in a new space, and you're in a new space today, I see.
Yeah,
James, where are you at?
I'm staying over at my in-laws for a couple of days as we had some workers in the house, and I gotta stay hidden.
You can't be around them?
I can't be around anybody.
All right.
Sorry, Dave. No sleepovers anymore.
No? Dang, I was going to come over for a sleepover. Well, I'm, speaking of sleepovers, I'm in, as we call it here, in Grandma's room. So I'm moved into here because, well, the internet's better. So that's what we're doing. Mandy Stobo, how are you today?
I'm so good. I missed you guys though. I missed you
Oh,
so much.
it's
We
funny.
just need to call each other for an hour every day on the weekend, please.
We should just have all of us just stand on a street somewhere 6 feet apart and say hello. How about that?
I'm into that.
Yeah,
Yep.
perfect.
Yep.
When can we do
Yep.
that? That'd be good. Russ, we saw an awesomely amusing picture of you and your new dog on the
Yeah.
weekend. How is dog rearing coming?
Dog life is good.
Is it?
She really enjoys sleeping on top of my head. So it's a little bit awkward, but sweet. Yeah, she's doing great. She's very bright. She's very sweet. And she's very small.
And what is her name again?
Isabella.
Isabella.
Or Izzy or Bella or, a lot of times you just call her, damn it, dog. What are you doing? Get off the cat.
What do you call her when she's in trouble?
Well,
What do you call her when she's in trouble?
That darn dog.
Jim. You just say, Jim, knock it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very black term, no.
Chaos everywhere.
Guilty.
Jim, do you ever everyone hit you with a newspaper, James? I think that's what they should do. When you're annoying Tracy, she should smack you with a newspaper.
That's what my dad used to do when we would wrestle. And he would roll up like 4 of them and then just hit us really hard. And it was all playful. But we'd be like, ow! Dad!
Yeah, like
He's like, what? That's
The days
amazing.
with your kids, eh? Gosh, I miss those days.
Yeah.
Back, my mom would just open the drawer with a wooden spoon in it, and things would calm down real fast in our house. Like, whoa, the door's open. Easy.
You don't do that anymore. I asked Luca to do one thing yesterday, and he said, I'm not feeling that, so no thank you.
I'm not feeling
like,
that?
What?
Oh my god.
and then you can't threaten
times
them.
have changed. No,
right?
You can't. You have to be like, oh, okay, your person doesn't accept that. I get it. I have nowhere to go now.
And don't try to threaten them with anything, because they'll just hand you the card of their lawyer. It's like, well,
Yeah,
if you want to talk to my legal team.
Yeah.
Makes it so good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, what a great, well, it's Monday. So let's, John says, I hate Mondays. I'm like, what difference does it make for you? As if it changes.
I know.
It's tough. You know what would make it better, though? Am I right? Would just a little bit of craft time make things a little better? Because I kind of think it might. Do you have anything?
Oh my gosh, do I ever have a craft for you guys? I can't even wait to show you this. Hello, welcome to Monday on In the Neighborhood. It's craft time with Mandy Stobo. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, get me over to the studio.
Don't fall too far. Don't fall.
Okay, as you guys can see, I've got a lightsaber here. It is May the 4th.
Oh.
May the force be with you all. It is
Yeah.
a very special day at our house. We are a little bit Star Wars obsessed. So today, our craft is a Star Wars craft. So what you're going to need is you're going to need a paper plate. I've got little dinky ones, but the bigger ones will work great. And then you're going to cut out a half circle that's kind of the same size as the paper plate. So what you want to do is you want to glue that on there. I unfortunately only have this glue. I would really recommend glue sticks or a hot glue gun. I asked Luca where the glue sticks were, and he said, "Yeah, you won't be finding any of those in this house."
They were delicious.
So I don't know what happened to the glue sticks. They're somewhere. So then you're gonna need orange. You're gonna need 2 half circles and 1 full circle. What you're gonna do is you're gonna stab the middle of this orange one, and then you're just gonna cut out a few wonky shapes. So you kind of want it to go out and in on both sides. Can you guys see this? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Ah! I just lost it.
I
Okay,
could for a
so
second.
you want it on all of the sides of the circle, and well, you get the point. And then you want to do the same thing on these. So what you're going to do is you're going to glue these once they're cut out onto all sides of here. You're also going to want to cut out a couple of strips of orange. So what you're going to do there is you're going to put that there, and that there, and that there. Can you guys see that?
Oh, I'm starting
And
to get it.
And then you're going to want to cut out 2 black circles. And one of the black circles you want to cut out a bit bigger. And then you want to cut out, like just trim it a bit. And you want that piece. So you're going to put that there. And then you're going to put that there. And then you're going to take your marker. I like gray, but you're going to put some like little dots around it with lines to show the metal on your droid. And when you're all done, you're going to have your own BB-8, you guys.
Yes.
What? I know. Right? Isn't that amazing?
Yes. That's so good.
Woo! I know. I'm so excited. I'm just excited for him to start rolling around and talk to me.
This is my Darth Vader mask. Look at it. Don't I look like Darth Vader?
Yeah.
No, you look like my. You know what you look like, Dave? You look like your son 10 years ago. I think that's my helmet.
Yeah, it is your helmet, but still, I wanted to match BB-8. Look at it. Look at you.
And it's such a simple one. We can make any of the droids from Star Wars, so it's very exciting. Let's all celebrate being Star Wars fans today.
That's the best, Mandy. Well done.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mandy. Mandy Stobo. Wait. Now, I look exactly like...
That's not...
What is that, Dave?
What do you mean, what is this? This is,
it's that's freaky. It's Kylo Ren.
Yeah. And then this comes apart, I think.
Yeah, Kylo Ren, he redeems himself, and I just don't know what to feel. I love him.
Do you?
I want to love him because he's evil. I know, it's awful. Star Wars really makes me question things about myself.
Because I think... Look at me, you and Mandy. Let's go to Comic-Con like this. I think we do really well.
Sure, I'll just tape this to my head. And I'll just roll around.
I'll say this is for COVID. This is what I wear.
No one's going to come within 60 feet of you if you walk in there wearing that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so... John was crazy for Star Wars for so long, and it's like Lego. He was all in, and now he's like kind of in. I don't know.
Yeah, that happened to Jack, and then when Jack approached 14, he got way back into it.
Did he?
Awesome. Yeah, there's ebbs and flows with Star Wars. It's awesome.
Does there ebbs and flows with Lego? Because we've only ebbed. We haven't flowed recently.
Yeah, he comes back. It'll come back. Jack's making mocks now, so he's like designing his own like terrains and stuff. But yeah, our whole collection was sitting collecting dust for a long time. Yeah,
collecting people stepping on it.
So we have to make note of Mandy's hair today, Dave.
Okay, what would you like to say about Mandy's? Oh, wait a minute, of course.
Yeah, I was gonna wear the full Princess Leia uniform, but Jack told me that she was a slave, and it's probably not the best thing to show on the show.
Because I think we should go on record. We should go on record as saying we do not promote slavery on this show. That's if we stand for one thing.
Mandy, the dinner table conversations at your house sound incredible.
I haven't even told you Phil in my conversation. Yeah.
That's amazing.
They are really good.
Again today?
Pardon?
Whew.
We have to say sorry to Phil again today on your behalf?
No,
Yeah.
we do not. We
Oh.
can say, we can all wink.
I get it.
Oh, could you guys all say sorry to Blythe on my behalf? Because there might be a little more of that necessary.
Yeah.
There.
Right.
What?
I got a new chair in my new room,
Sorry,
and
Blythe.
thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know if it's
Hey.
going to work.
Dave, I know we didn't have any birthdays today.
Yeah, well, not yet. Somebody may put it in the comments.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But we know of one yesterday.
Who was yesterday's birthday, Jim? Tell us.
Harry Andreo's birthday was yesterday.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I think that needs a couple of pistols. Mandy, can you say happy birthday to Terry?
Happy birthday, Terry Andrew!
There we go.
It's so good.
Are you two doing an album soon? I think it should be the pistols and guitars. Pistols and act. Oh,
have you guys ever Googled for somebody's birthday? You just Google their name and
Yeah.
write Mandy happy birthday. It's got like 5 videos for Mandy that look like they're made just for Mandy. So you guys could actually do that.
See?
That's awesome.
That is. If anyone else is celebrating a birthday today, put it in the comments. We'll keep our eye on those, and then we'll get some. We'll get the guns out, man. Stobo. Mandy, what if somebody wants to draw something, but they want to start with black and white picture? Do you have anything in that regard?
You know what, you guys? I made you something very special.
What would you make?
Okay, wait. This is my Yoda, my baby Yoda, because I love him so much. I made the classic C-3PO and R2-D2 because, you know, they're the greatest. And I think, Jim, you brought up that amazing tweet that I can't stop thinking about R2-D2 being in every one of the episodes or every one of the films and knowing everything. And all he had to do was just tell them.
Yeah.
So I wanted to, you know, play homage to him. There you go, guys. How great is that?
That is some pretty great homage, Mandy Stobo. Yeah, it's Star Wars is a funny thing because the world, it's pretty thin. If you start to poke at it, you're like, that doesn't quite work. Yeah, but
Buzz everywhere. It's
yeah.
But somehow, I remember my first time. There's Baby Yoda.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there he
is. Oh, did you not see him before?
No, it was just you looking good. You look great.
I thought that was so weird that you weren't responding.
Oh, there it is.
There you go. There you go, everybody. My classic guys.
Yeah, those guys are classics.
Yeah, Blythe's big Star Wars hole. She goes, I don't understand the stormtroopers' outfits. They all die. That doesn't protect them. They don't use it to breathe. They don't use it for anything. Is it just a plastic uniform? So I didn't have an answer for that. I just
intimidation, Dave. It's just intimidation.
Now, what's your favorite droid of all of the droids? What are your favorites in the Star Wars world?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Are you?
Because I kind of like the Mandalorian one that shoots everywhere. I thought he was cool.
The one in Solo and the one in Rogue One, or what is it?
Rogue One is the best Star Wars by a mile.
Yeah, it totally is. And those droids are so good. Like the one that he has a relationship with, and like Lando, Yeah. Anyway, you guys are getting
so
geeking out.
Which one had the Roomba in it? Because I really like the Roomba. Is he from Star Wars?
Yeah,
Jim is not amused.
Yep.
Yeah, he tidies up. He tidies up a lot of things.
Star Wars? I've never seen any of them. I've only seen like Star Wars itself. So
What?
What?
Yeah, I have. It's true. Yeah. So
that is
your assignment today.
That is why Russ's audio is cutting out. Darth Vader is squeezing your cables for that.
Oh my goodness.
I went to my first Star Wars. Garth Collier and Gary Tate to our first Star Wars. And the lineup was huge, but there was a bar across the street, so we took turns. One guy would stay in line, two of us. I fell asleep, so I had two I fell asleep during there. I had to go watch it again.
That is awesome.
Now, the internet, did it remain funny over the weekend? Yeah. James, what is your sense? Did it?
It totally did. You know, and I watched. One of the funny things going on in the internet right now is all the stuff going down in the United States of America. And there's actually one restaurant down there that is really knocking it out of the park with their signs, and I've got 11 of them today, like 11. So get ready. These are all funny though. This is
Okay.
all
Yep.
Texas barbecue.
Okay.
Pull it up.
You
All
ready?
The internet.
Has everyone picked out their outfits to wear to the living room? Right? Because you're all in. This is El Arroyo.
Oh,
Mexican
good.
restaurant in Texas.
What else have you got? What else?
Pull up the next one. If you see me talking to myself this week, I'm having a parent-teacher conference.
That's so good.
And
All right.
at least we don't have to hunt for our food. I don't even know where tacos live. Right? That's, especially from those Tex-Mex. How y'all summer body looking? Mine looking like I have a great personality.
That's so good.
Commas are important. No more tequila. No, more tequila.
Yes, they are.
Those guys are smart. Right on the border, they get that.
They're so good.
Gonna carpet so many DMs when this is all over. I like this one a lot. Like this one here is like
That is quality work.
it's
That is
carpe diem
excellent.
right now, right? When
It's
carpe
so
diem
good.
been
Yeah.
single man with toilet paper seeks single woman with hand sanitizer for quick clean fun. Hell, my stomach is flat. The L is just silent. So Dave, that might be hard for you to figure out. It's actually fat, not flat. See what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh, I see.
It's so good.
Due to quarantine, we will only be telling inside jokes for fun.
Who is writing these guys? Who is this? Who's doing this?
Margaret, my dog is looking at me like this is why I chew the furniture. See, this is why I chew the furniture because you're going crazy in your house, right? So all over the house. That's why they chew the furniture.
Gosh.
It's so good. Last one. Here we go.
And just told my kids I'm older than Google. Think I'm joking. About El Arroyo.
Gosh. So El Arroyo is in San Antonio. Where is it? Yeah, Austin, Texas. Nice work.
They're fun. They got some good arts and music, all sorts of stuff. They keep it weird down there, right? So
yeah, they do.
I got engaged on the way to Austin, so I'll take it. That's not to blind, mind you.
In Mexico once from Austin.
I love Austin. It's a beautiful, beautiful city. That is really funny. Mandy Stobo. Well, this is just okay. First, though, people have asked me, Jim, before we pick on Mandy, where do you find them? They said to me, okay, how does Jim get the internet as funny stuff? Do you want to give away secrets, or you just want to say you're a genius?
Sure, I find them. Now, this is going to be quite the. You should probably get a pen and paper.
Okay.
I find them on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Did you get
Sorry?
Them? You get them all?
I got internet. And is internet the same as Facebook? Sorry, I'm confused.
What about
Facebook
you
is
on
on
Friendster or MySpace? What about those?
All right. Okay, I got it on there.
They're not the funniest ones, though. Not time. Yeah.
And are they bigger on your laptop? How does that happen?
No.
All right. We got lots to talk about now. Avnish normally is with us today. He is not going to be with us. But before we do him, we're going to do our hero. We're going to talk about our heroes with Mandy Stobo, and then Jim, you're going to explain a little bit of Avnish, and then you're going to give us some wisdom you've learned from him, in a way. But first, a helper hero, Mandy Stobo. You get like so many requests, and we all do. But tell us a bit about who you've thought about today.
Well, today is a bit of a large thank you to a bunch of heroes who are doing incredible work, but also a very isolated situation. I think everyone knows that we lost a helicopter full of beautiful souls last week. So we're saying our thanks and paying some respects to the Canadian Armed Forces and that group of 6 individuals that are amazing. I also think the Canadian Armed Forces that are going into the old folks' homes and dealing with things that they never ever were trained for or expected is just incredible. So thank you to them. I will pull up our first one. This is my tribute to the 6 fallen soldiers. I just, Abigail, the one girl who was found, this was her first mission, you guys. And imagine that, and they're just so passionate about what they do, and I'm sure they went in with that passion, but it's just so heartbreaking. And so here are the 6 that we would like to just take a moment and say thank you to, I think.
Let's take a moment.
That's beautiful. Mandy, tell us about this painting, that one you just did, sorry, or either of them.
Either of them?
How did they come to you, and what was it, the painting for you? Tell us the story of the painting.
Oh, I just, they showed the videos of Abigail doing her bagpipe tribute to all the victims in Nova Scotia. That happened 1 week before, and then when this helicopter went down and they were showing that, my heart just, it just is so hurt for these beautiful people. And they were stationed out of Halifax, so it was another hit for Nova Scotia. And it's just, I just wanted to put some positive love and recognition and respect into what they do, and just say thank you. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's
So
beautiful.
good.
Thanks, Mandy.
Thank you, Mandy Stobo.
I love you guys.
Speaking of beautiful, Avnish couldn't make it today, but we thought to ourselves, you know what? A guy who's worked a lot with Avnish is Jim Button. So, Jim, I want to set this up by showing a video that we put together a few weeks ago. Now, I guess it's a few months ago. I don't know.
Like 3 months ago now.
I know.
Wow.
So those that don't know Jim well know that Jim is dealing with a very serious cancer diagnosis, and so we thought we'd do a very serious video around Valentine's Day to get an understanding of what Jim goes through. So have a look at it, and we'll talk about it in a sec.
Hi, Jim.
Oh, hi, Dave.
How are you? I love what you've done with the place.
Yeah, it's just a cute little hole in the wall I built. There we are.
I just had a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
I was just wondering, how do you stay centered and not be going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit?
I've been lucky. You know, I lived a full life, and I've had a lot of great things happen, and I've been purposeful, and I've lived a life with an incredible woman and some great kids, and so I just think about how lucky I am and how great they are.
How has Tracy loved you into the guy you are?
I owe everything to Tracy. She loves me completely, foibles and all, and I'm a lucky man.
I think I might be touching one of your foibles.
My foibles are feeling awkward right now.
Hey, there's you and your foibles and your beard, Jimmy.
Yeah, my foibles and my beard. My foibles are fine. My beard is gone. Lost my beard. It's close and how close? That is so every time. I don't know if you guys, when you watch movies or news or anything of things before February and March, people getting close just seems weird now. And I look at that video and go, my God, we were close.
It was,
we probably needed Tic Tacs. Yeah, you're touching my foible.
So and I kind of joked about it in that video, but I would think, Jim, when you're, and you talked a little bit about it, when you're going in for a scan, or when anyone in your situation is going in for a scan, how do you not? People are trying to be mindful during the COVID thing, and they're worried about their families, they're worried about their health, they're worried about their job, they're worried about rent, they're worried about all of these things, and it gets overwhelming when
Yeah.
you're sliding into an actual scan and you're thinking, they're looking at my tumors, what's it gonna like? How do you stay when you get yourself wound up? How do you unwound yourself?
Well, there's a whole bunch of different questions there, but the going into the machine is because I've done it so many times. It's irrelevant now. Not irrelevant. It doesn't have any of the same effect.
Yeah.
Going in the first time, it feels claustrophobic, a little bit nervous. But when I was doing that and knew that I'd be feeling a little bit tight quarters, I would just close my eyes and just think other things, and I wouldn't think about there. And then probably with the second or third time, because I'd done a lot of work with Avnish in terms of mindfulness, I just started thinking about reducing the tumors and making it so they were smaller. So when the CAT scan was on me, that it saw smaller tumors. So that's what I would do then. And then now, I think I'd probably just do that every time I go in. The only time I didn't do it that way was when you were touching my foibles. I kind of was thinking more about my foibles.
I can't tell you how many dates I've been on where that same thing has happened, Jim.
Yeah, that's what she said.
But now, what about the 2 in the morning moments, or whenever you get them,
Oh yeah,
where you're like, I don't know, you panic about your own health and
yeah. I
all of
don't.
that. Like,
I just. I feel really bad saying this, but I don't necessarily get moments of panic too often like that.
mm-hmm,
I don't necessarily get overwhelmed too often either. My stress comes from other people being stressed, not from I put my stress into a can I control it or can I not control it? If I can't control it, I don't put it anywhere in a spot that it can be stressful. So things that are out of my control, I let them be out of my control. When I can get in there and manage them, then I do. Things that are in my control, then I've got an ability to be calm about it and to think it through and manage it. So if I like lately, I've been, and I know we've talked about this before, but I've been waking up and having a lot of really weird dreams, and some
mm-hmm,
are really scary. Some are, like, um, death or near death types of things, and I never had those before. I always had most of my dreams were very different than that. Now I'm having those, and so I wake up and I kind of in a moment, I've got what I would think other people would have in terms of anxiety. I have it,
mm-hmm.
and then I go, calm down. It was just a dream. And then I can get back to sleep fairly quickly because I can say it wasn't in my control. It wasn't my thing. It happened to be a dream. And then I try and think of what it was relevant to. But if I start doing that, then I stay up. So I try right then and shut it down and go dark in my mind. And I meditate myself back to sleep. So mindfulness is really just being aware of what your surroundings are and being aware of how to manage it. And meditation is one of the ways to be able to take your focus off those scary things and put your focus back on things that you have control of. And that's how I've controlled it. But I see an awful lot of people around me that tend to worry a lot about things that are outside their control, and it just adds another thing onto a worrisome moment.
Do you like do like I don't know, meditate every morning from 7 to 7:30, or just when the spirit strikes you, or how do you do that?
I used to be very regimented in time, but
Yeah.
now I tend to do it every afternoon. I meditate and then I have a nap. I don't meditate myself into a nap because that's not the purpose. I
Right.
meditate while I go and lie down. I do my meditation either sitting or lying down. I can do them both ways. But quite often before this, when I was sitting in doctors' rooms and things like that, I would be able to take like a minute and meditate for a minute and remove everything around me and just be able to get into a quiet space and calm space. Um, and I think that's really helpful. Like if you
Mm-hmm.
can just take the time to sit in a chair, take some deep breaths in, out through your mouth for the first 3 ones, like really big ones. And then after that, just get a nice rhythm going through your nose. You can really calm yourself down. Like, it's amazing how you can calm yourself down with 2 or 3 deep, deep breaths and feel your body relax. So if you're sitting in a chair right now, take a really deep breath in, breathe it out, and feel your body sink into the chair or onto the bed or wherever. Then you know you've gotten a little bit more relaxed. And that's a cue for me. If I can get that myself feeling where my butt's hitting the chair, then I know I've gotten into a better spot. And that's just mine. Like, everybody's going to have a different approach.
And Mandy, you talked about colors and using them in art. Like, I sense you're more of a meditator or centerer when you paint than sit. Are you a sit and meditate person or more painting?
No, well, definitely with painting, it's when my brain goes silent, and I think it's just because your eyes are watching your action of your hands. So anytime your eyes can watch something that's unusual, it just gives your brain a break. So just watching my hand go back and forth is just a really nice way to get into, that place where you're not overwhelmed and feel all that pressure. But breathing too, and I've done lots of therapy.
The money I've spent.
And sitting down for that minute and breathing is just so incredible. And those meditations we did with Avnish were just so special.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is so powerful. And I know when Jack was a little bit younger and he would be overwhelmed with his emotions, we would just breathe in for 8 seconds and then hold it for 4 seconds and breathe out for 8 seconds. And very quickly he would calm down and stop crying. And so there's just such power there.
Yeah. You know what else I find is really helpful? And it took me some time to figure this one out. But when I figured it out, it was super powerful. I used to think, back when I was working, when I was and my life was really frenetic back then, I would get in the car and I'd drive from A to B. And we all know the feeling of going from A to B and not remembering the drive and just showing up somewhere, right? Yeah. I found that when I was in the car, I would say, okay, this is when I'm going to write my speech, or this is when I'm going to try and think of the idea I need to come up with, or I prepare for the next meeting. And what I started realizing is that the brain is always going, and it's teaching the body to be in a fight or a flight kind of scenario, as opposed to if I got in the car and I said, all I'm going to do is look at the color of green in the trees, or I'm going to be really mindful of smiles on people's faces in the cars around me and be in that moment and be really present as opposed to thinking elsewhere, then my body calms down, right? So you're actually giving your brain's actually giving a signal to your body to say, just chill, man, like relax, as opposed to if you're trying to save time by thinking all the time and working all the time and doing and being all the time, then your body's just never getting the break. And so my body, like I would come out at the end of the day going, why do I have this nervous pit in my stomach? And I can get rid of that pit in my stomach if over the day I have these moments where I just think about how beautiful the tree is, or go listen to the sound of a baby gurgling or laughing or whatever, or things like that, and just really being in that moment. That gives your body a chance to catch up to your brain.
That makes total sense. It's a lot of times playing music. If you get nervous, I kind of distract myself. Like if I'm playing in a bar and there's a hockey game on, I'll watch the hockey game if I feel I'm playing too much or I'm not really playing the way I want to play. And then by kind of distracting the judgmental part of your mind, it lets sort of your subconscious play again. And then all of a sudden it sounds like music. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not an idiot. But a lot of times I'll try and breathing that you guys are saying, I use that all the time. It's like, it's a way to just reground things and to recenter. And also, thing about guitar players, I mean, everything, of course, relates to music, because that's all I do. But guitar players are notorious for playing way too many notes all the time and always kind of noodling around and fretting around and stuff. And then you look at how a saxophone or a trumpet player plays. It's physical. They have to take a breath and they have to pause and sort of refill their lungs in order to play another phrase. And I always try and do that when I'm playing the guitar. I think, well, if I was a saxophone player, I'd have to stop here and take a breath. Why don't I do the same thing?
Right.
And all these little distractions that let you get sort of the more important things in the moment, like trying to communicate with the instrument and not just play the guitar, or for me in everyday life. It does that. If I feel overwhelmed, I just try and focus on my breath, or if I'm driving, just try and listen intently to something and just sort of turn off that sort of freak out part of my mind that is chaotic. It looks like a Tasmanian devil. And just let sort of all the subconscious stuff that builds up sort of take the front center that way. So those little distractions and little refocus things are great. But it's amazing how many different places focusing on your breath allows you to sort of get back into the right focus and right mindset in order to do what it needs to do. Whether it's music, whether it's in an MRI machine or painting or all that stuff, or hanging out with your kids who have anxiety. I always take it for granted, and then when I redo it, I'm like, right. It's the most simple thing we can do to stay alive is take a breath. It's so subconscious, so unconscious, but when we focus on it, it just resets everything. It's great.
Wow. Wow. How is that for a Mindfulness Monday? We got a lot of wisdom out of that. That is tremendous. Thanks, Russ. And I really feel like since Russ has talked about music, we should probably play some music and do some dancing all at the same time. And do that. What a great show. And I hope we'll see Avnish will be here next week. But you guys, thanks for being such a great team. Oh, yeah, I got to get my Darth Vader mask back on.
Of course.
All right, folks. Let's have a great.
I think this is what.
Yes. Have a great Monday, everybody.